Okay, I am so excited right now because there are two things that I am a proud P1 of, and it's the Kirk Minahan Show, kirkminahanshow.com, sign up for the mailing list, and 90 Day Fiance. And tonight, that is what we're going to be talking. So I was there for season one when Kierlam like discovered a grocery store and how to push a shopping cart, which if that's not charming, I don't know what is. When Pow walked downstairs in lingerie for breakfast with Russ's family and acted like, wait, what? I can't, this is
So
strange. Are
awkward.
you kidding me? So those things right there have had me hooked for a long time. Why don't we go around real quick and just say how much of the show you have been into? So we'll start with you, LK. Have you watched all the seasons?
I have watched all the seasons except the current one. I've watched a few episodes here and there, but after I watched the previous season, I went back and watched all the other seasons again because I
Yes.
had like watched kind of like here and there, but now
Mhm.
Miss LK and I watched the whole thing, which is pretty fun.
Allison,
But
hi.
Hey, sorry guys.
No, you're fine. How you've been watching since day one, right?
Well, no. So my friend Sylvia introduced me to it. I think it was like on the Molly and Louise season, which I forget what that was. And she sent me this video. It might have been like a TikTok or something of her talking like Molly, and it was uncanny. So I started watching the season, and then when I was bored and needed something to watch, I started going all the way back and discovering that there's like all these different versions of 90 Day Fiance.
Yes.
And of course, I've
There's a
watched
lot.
all of them.
Yes. Do you find it interesting that Molly has like this really deep Southern accent and her children don't?
I do actually. I've never thought of
Like,
that.
is she putting that on, or because wouldn't you sound like the people in your household? That always confused me. But anyway, that's a little
who's her
sidebar.
business partner?
Oh, the girl who's on Pillow Talk with her, but I don't really know who that is.
I love it when they go, "Oh no!"
Yes, they've got the
Pillow Talk.
Southern Belle thing going for sure.
I love
B&B,
it.
how long? Okay, I know the answer to this, but you can tell the rest of us. How long have you been watching?
The last 2 or 3 seasons, I've been a huge fan, but over the last week, I've gone back from season 1. So I finished season 1, now I'm on season 2. So I'm going to make it through all of them, hopefully this week.
Yeah, they never stop, it seems. So it must be hard to catch up.
Yeah, last 2 or 3 seasons. There's so many
there you
seasons,
go.
I can't keep up.
Yeah.
what's your highlight of season one?
Season 1, I liked Russ and Pow. I know you guys have said your opinions on them, but I really like them. So I'm going to keep an open mind. But just from hearing Allison's experience, I'm expecting my opinion to go downhill.
One of my favorite couples actually is from season 1. It's like Liam and Alan, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
love Kierliam. I love her. I mean,
Was she the one from Russia?
Brazil.
No, she's the one from
And she was
Brazil.
with the Mormon guy. And she was just
right.
this
Okay. Now I gotcha.
Sweet little. I mean, they're not interesting enough to continue, but they were one of the most likable people from the show for sure. Yeah. So
it was funny to
you.
see him getting jealous, as she was trying to be a model.
Oh, the model. Yes, that's right. Now I remember them.
Yes. Yeah, that was, that it was a good example of two different cultures coming into a relationship and figuring things out on camera, because you could tell like they were on different pages sometimes, but they were a good example of people who could work through them. And Tara, how much have you watched?
Well, you gals.
We're not going to shame you.
No. Well, you girls have been the one to turn me on to the show. So the only season I have watched is the infamous Ed and Rose season. So before
it's a good one to start with. So.
Very good one to start with.
Right. So yeah, before the 90 days, I think it's like season 4, I guess. So yeah. Binged that really quickly. So
yes. So to recap, there are a bunch of franchises that this has turned into, because you have your straight 90 Day Fiance, you have 90 Day the Other Way, 90 Day Before the 90 Days, 90 Day Happily Ever After, Pillow Talk, Quarantine, What Now, and now the B10 back. So that's a lot of shows.
Jeez.
Some have repeat
Have you guys
characters.
been watching The Quarantine?
Yes.
I have
It's
not.
awful.
It's
awful.
It's
Yeah.
not,
Okay.
it's not great.
I can't.
It's not
Colt?
great.
No.
Colt and Debbie.
Oh,
Colty
God.
and Debbie. And their
that's
night
Yeah.
And Debbie working out.
That's the one that I had. Like, we like had it downloaded or something, and then I was like, "This is really boring." And then I was like, "This isn't the one that I heard was really good." Speaking about
Right.
the Ed and Rose one, but damn, I now I have a ton of work to do. Well, see,
There you
Yes.
go.
We got to catch up,
I-
Tara.
Yeah, I don't mind to the what's the name, the quarantine one. The problem is I don't know all of the couples because I don't watch any of the other franchises. I only watch
sure.
90 Day Fiance. So some of them I don't know who they are. No. I'm just going along with
No.
the ride.
No, I get that. So let's start with who we think. I'm trying to word this right because I don't want to say your favorite character. We're going to say like who has given you the most content and who do you kind of like the most? Maybe even it's because they're a villain. So let's start with you, B&B. One of your favorite characters.
I wouldn't say favorite. It's definitely not favorite. But the most
fair enough.
memorable for me was Angela and Michael.
Michael.
Just because she's crazy. She entertains me so much.
And she uses her cleavage as a purse.
I was just
so,
gonna
I mean,
say,
God.
I have never
what's
seen,
coming out of there?
I have never
Oh.
seen anyone take so much stuff out of their boobs ever. It's impressive.
It's like Mary
disgusting.
Poppins carpet bag. Like I'm waiting for the lamp to come out
She's
next.
like,
like Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins.
money. I mean,
And
Oh
I
my-
mean, this is Nigeria. I'm assuming it's quite warm there, so I don't think I'd want to keep any. I don't know.
Imagine
So
all her
it's-
boob sweat, ladies. You can appreciate that.
It's not good. And she's
This is not
she's
great.
got a lot of it. She's got a lot. So
And it's such an odd couple, right? You know it's not gonna work, even if they get married. I mean, they're just there for the show. I think even the producers know that it's not gonna work, but she insists and she's spending a lot of money on it.
do you like? I don't know. I kind of feel like they love each other. Maybe I'm just being overly.
I feel like
optimistic.
Angela loves him. Maybe not the
Yeah.
other way around.
yeah.
I don't know.
when
What?
she'll talk
just-
like, "Oh, I can't wait to get in the bedroom with you,"
Oh,
and you're
no.
just watching this and going,
Oh.
"Oy."
And like when she bought him that Trump Speedo that first night that they were together.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, she like decked him out in the Trump gear. I almost forgot about that. So that was
Yeah.
that's a good
God.
call right there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Tara. You're gonna have to learn Angela and Michael because they've been on what 3 seasons now.
Well, they're on the
And
new
whenever-
one now.
Well, Nicole and Nazan have been through 3 or 4 already, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And she's got to be the dumbest 90 Day Fiance participant ever. I mean, I was watching her through all the season. I'm just like, I'm gonna call social services on this
I
lady.
know.
She's so irresponsible.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
sad. Very sad.
Poor May. I know.
Oh boy.
I have not come
yeah.
across this woman yet. So
Oh,
I'm-
you're,
Oh.
you're gonna be so upset.
You're
I
in for a
mean,
treat.
her making the little daughter call him daddy without even knowing
Yes.
him and meeting him in
Ooh,
person.
yeah.
It's like
Over
well,
an
that's what
iPad,
Ed and Rose
too.
did.
Yeah, that was Ed and Rose too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ed
it's
Rose's son was
uncomfortable.
calling Ed
Prince
daddy.
yeah.
I feel
So
like
gross.
Prince was probably younger though, and like didn't really fully grasp who Ed was or why he was calling that. This
Ugh.
girl literally thinks this, like she meets him and like is in his arms and is like daddy, and it
Oh,
was
is
just
she
like
older? So is this an older kid then?
yeah.
no.
Okay.
Well,
She's
the
4.
first season,
She's
what
4.
she was not.
Oh,
She was like 3
you're
or 4
right,
the
yeah.
first season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It's all
and
very
we just
odd.
watched them. The only complaint I have about Nicole and Azan and Angela and Michael, please don't do an entire season with people who never get to see each other and are on the phone the whole time. It just doesn't have the same, it doesn't pull
There's
me
not
in
as much
quite as
drama.
much. Right. Because Michael, whenever they fight, he buys her a cake. And I like that part when he brings her the cake. It's just sweet. It's
So-
he's almost like a little kid.
What are your girls' theory about Azam? Do you think she has another girlfriend, or do you think she just wants to come to the US? because he clearly doesn't like Nicole. He always, finds a way to cancel her trips and stuff like that.
This sounds just like David and Lana. God,
it's not as quite as bad, but like it's bad in a different way because I think that Azan has some sort of skeleton in his closet because he can't travel to normal countries. Like, how do you fly?
Well, it's his country as well, right? It's his country.
He has never been to the U.S. You're correct. She keeps going to him. Is that what you're asking?
She's down like $40,000 or $50,000 total, like in expenses with him.
Whoa.
Yeah, right. And let's not forget, she cheated on him.
I'm back.
That did happen. So
right,
that is
but
something.
Do you think he ever cheated on her?
Yes, I think something came out with there were voicemails, like sexy voicemails, but we didn't really get much else about that. I mean, that's as clear of a like green card situation as Danielle and Muhammad, in my opinion. If you were to give me the top.
Well, and one thing, like, so I went through this process, right? I got married with Miss Silke. I got my documents and all. That wasn't like illegal, contrary to what people think. But the thing is, all those spouses, right? They sponsor these people. If they come here and they don't work out, they can just say, "Hey, go back home." And Muhammad, like, he was clearly not into it, and she kept moving forward, even though they were not even together after the season that they were in. She went ahead and signed the papers for him. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to yourself? That's what doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, she was, that was really, really quite sad.
To be honest. Yeah.
So Tara, go ahead and give me a favorite / memorable character that has left a everlasting, burn in your brain, I suppose we could say.
Well, so I'll start with the obvious one, Ed and Rose. I think just one of my favorite parts, not just like the I like the view thing that's been blown up everywhere, but the part where they're on vacation. And I don't think it was the toothpaste one or the shaving the legs, but she was saying something in her language, and Ed was like, I hope that means I love you. It means I love you, right? But she was like, you're ugly. I was like, dying.
I forgot about that.
And then
great.
I love her face when she's disgusted. I want to learn how to do that with my face because
no
words were necessary.
It's the best thing. And then the other one was definitely David and Lana, just because he was like, and I was messaging Allison my reactions, and I was just like so mortified that he went back to the Ukraine not once but twice, and literally it's
been more than that,
right? I think
5 times,
right. But within like the season, I guess that I noticed, and it was just like such a creepy thing. And not only that, like he got her an iPhone, he got her a ring, and all of them got like rings for them, and oh god.
Well, remember his ring was a cubic zirconia.
Right when they got engaged, do you remember seeing her face? Her face was like, she just wasn't smiling. And once you get engaged, I mean, obviously we're all smiles. Right. This girl was just like, not happy.
And then when the producers or whoever were asking them behind the scenes questions, she was like, yeah, like, we're having a nice, like, I think he's nice or something like that. And she wouldn't stay over with him and wasn't comfortable with him at all. And I thought he was going to like flip out on her because he seemed to start to get antsy when she wouldn't like stay over with him. It was just like really weird and just
gross.
And then like, I just have so much to talk about with this, but we have to bring up baby girl Lisa. Baby girl Lisa. And Usman, she makes me look less crazy in a relationship. Less crazy. She's like, oh, this girl with emojis saying that. I just cannot handle it. It's just,
she DM'd you a smiley face. What does that mean?
Yeah, the fans, I love that.
It sounds like crazy people.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's like it was so funny when Lisa goes to pray with mommy, like how they call her mommy, like, mommy, we got the blessing from mommy. Yeah, I mean, all of it, I think this season for sure, the one that I watched seemed very like we need content versus anything else.
Oh, it's always like that. So
It went on for way too long. Yeah.
So who do you guys hate the most? Yeah, listen, go first.
Okay, so I have a list of people that I hate the most.
I can't hear her. Can you guys?
Oh.
Yeah, I can hear her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. We're having weird time.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you.
So Anfisa and George, I think is at the top of my don't like list because right from the jump, they were the most unhealthy, abusive, crazy people. Do you remember at the beginning of their season? Okay, did you watch this season where she deleted his iPhone and like he couldn't use it because he didn't buy her like a Chanel bag or something? Yeah. And it was always like she just wanted money, money, money. The thing about Anfisa was that she was upfront about the fact that she wanted money, she wanted bags, she wanted.
Well, she was a modern day prostitute, right? She was clearly in this relationship for the money, right?
Right, but they were just, I mean, they were abusive. They were hitting each other. They were breaking things. She was keying his car. Like, it was a disaster. And he's in jail now. So I don't.
He's in jail, yeah.
Yeah.
They are divorced, at least separated, because she's dating other people, he said.
Yeah, she looks really good right now, but he got busted for, like, marijuana or having too much. I think he sold
300
it,
pounds.
right?
300 pounds.
Yeah. So talk about a train wreck. They were terrible. I think Nicole Nazan is on my list for all the reasons we already discussed. Colt and Larissa, I can't.
Colty.
Can we talk about Colty for a second?
Yes.
He's terrible.
Whoever you want. I don't know any of them.
So he's on the new season actually. So you should watch, and so is Angela and Michael.
Okay.
She's back.
Hi back. Hi Lauren. Hi back.
Sorry.
Hi back.
Sorry guys.
A long weekend of 3-year-old tantrums.
I still can't hear Allison for whatever reason. I can hear everyone else.
That's so weird. I'm sorry. We're just digging into Colty and Larissa.
Oh, good, because Larissa is on my list as one of my two favorites. Well, favorite, not really, but for many reasons, I find her a lot to talk about. She has given us the best quotes of the show. She has the #1 quote of the show ever, and we all know what it is. Who is against the queen will die.
I mean, the whole fight with Fernanda, right? The whole fight with Fernanda was so like over the top at the season end. Remember?
Oh, I do remember. He said buy a, and she actually bought a butt. Like in this,
a lot of butt buying going on. Yeah,
she was purposely late going to the studio because Fernanda was there and she wanted to look nice. She had no clothes. Remember the whole drama about that?
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I'm not sitting here saying I want to hang out with her, but I enjoy her on my TV. I like the putting the E on the end of words, Big E. So I think she was just talking about her new boyfriend's manhood, and she's like, not too biggie, not too small, just right. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. Thank you, Larissa. So for such things, I definitely got her on my list. And one of the more interesting things I find about her is she did an entire season without telling anyone. Like, she had 3 kids back home.
I know.
So that, like, when that finally. Yeah, not good.
Not goody.
Not goody.
Sounds like I'm going to be watching a disaster.
I don't understand how she's still in the U.S. though with her kids in Brazil. I could not do that. I can barely spend a day.
Time out. I don't understand how she's here, being in jail 3 times.
That's true too.
That's also a good point. She has had domestic abuse charges against her toward Colt. So
3 times.
That is definitely a double standard. Because
I've heard about these people.
Who's the new guy that they basically cut out of the show because of all of his? Who was it with Lana?
Jeffrey.
Right? Jeffrey and Lana.
Jeffrey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Varia, thank you. And
I think she's beautiful.
She is.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That recap podcast won't talk about them just because of all his legal stuff.
Yep. I think the charges are finally coming
Well,
up to
Allison
speed
told
with him.
me
So.
about that because I was like, oh, I think he's kind of cute because he has like a cute smile. But then I didn't
agree.
and then I didn't realize
But you
that
guys, he took
the
his shirt off and
nipple
had those
tattoos.
nipple
Ooh.
tattoos.
yeah,
Oh,
know.
I don't remember that.
It's like basically like manners, but with tattoos
I was
instead of nipple
No,
rings, right?
you know what? I'll take the pierced nipple over those horrible nipple
Same.
tattoos. That must have been a prison
Same.
thing. I don't know, but I was horrified
They
when
were
I saw
bad
that.
too.
I'll never just quickly. I'll never forget when Varia showed up at his front door with Mary inside, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And she was,
I think I'm Team Mary on that one.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like, she was crazy, but Varia is beautiful.
So Lauren, who is your most hated couple in your opinion in all seasons?
Oh, hated Russ and Pau for many reasons. They're overexposed. I hate the way she made him move to Miami and leave an actual job so she could flaunt around topless on the beach for Instagram modeling. I hate everything about them. I like Pillow Talk. They were on there for a short period. It was insufferable. Yeah. No, but
she's all about herself. She's all about herself. Nothing else.
Yes, she's very, very selfish person, and it's unbecoming.
Both of them seem so likable in season 1.
Yeah, but then they just go downhill. Well, actually, she goes.
If you watch the evolution of Russ, you can see him becoming like a defeated man, where he's just like, "Look, I don't know what to do with this anymore," and she's letting her friends.
Don't they have a kid now?
Yeah, the quarantine one. She invites like her best friend, which like Russ is like arch enemy, to be the kid's godfather.
Terrible.
I mean, what's up with that?
Juan?
It's not
such a bullshit. Juan, I think,
Juan. So I legendarily got into a fight with Pau on Instagram.
Okay,
and
who was your favorite?
My friends were calling me like, "You're in a fight with Pau." I'm like, "How did you see this?" So Pau took a picture with Floyd Mayweather at some charity basketball event. This was probably like a year ago or something. And I just found it really surprising, given Floyd Mayweather's history of domestic violence against women, that somebody like Pau, who's all women power and, whatever, would, take this picture. So I just said nicely, like, you might want to look into his background, before you're posting this. And she replied to me and said something to the effect of, well, I don't really know what that is, but I respect him as an athlete. And it did not go over well with people. So like people were just like, wow, Pau, that's a really terrible thing to not really know what you're posting and kind of defend yourself with ignorance. And then there was like the Pau police, where there's these people who are just very loyal to her that were coming after me for attacking her. And I said, I didn't attack her. I just wanted her to know like the information. It's pretty out there. Right. So 500 responses later, I had to.
So you got like the Minifan experience, but at you.
I did.
Kind of. I don't know. Does she have a term for her fans? Probably not.
Oh,
I'm not sure, but
morons.
Morons, something. Pau's people, I have no idea. They were not nice to me. It was fine. Like, she's a moron. I unfollowed her after that. That was it for me and Pau.
Well, I think you guys don't like it, but I love Anna and Marcel. I think they're such interesting.
I like them.
Crying with the crying.
I don't know who they are, LK, so it's not like I don't like them.
Yeah, it's like which was funny. It was like when he didn't speak English. His English was worse than mine, right? So every time he would talk to her, he would cover his face, say, "Oh no," like because he was missing his family. He wanted to go back home. It's a whole drama. I don't want to spoil, but he would cry and cover his face and call her name. It's just like
his family did not want him to return home. That's what a pathetic man he was. His family's can't you guys work it out? We don't really want you back here.
No, it's actually the opposite, right? They didn't approve the marriage because she had kids.
Mm-hmm.
So
then Tara, this couple
they wanted him to go back
to
home.
each other.
Oh,
they communicated over a phone.
App.
Yeah, it's so I couldn't imagine for 5 minutes dealing with someone that way.
But
he would type, translate, show her, then she would type on her phone, translate.
Well, that's like David and Lana too.
Yeah. Are you talking about Paul and Carini?
Although I really think that Lana actually understands more English than she lets on.
Yes, I do too. And if I can just circle back to David real quick, in his intro segment, he said he collects unicycles and is attracted to women from Ukraine because of Boris and Natasha, the cartoons. So as soon as he said those two things, I was sold on him as a character on the show because I find that very amusing.
How
Okay,
about
I was
do you guys
off
like
for a little.
Do you guys like Natalie and Michael, like from the last season? You remember them?
Natalie?
Allison, Lauren, the chick
Nat-
from Ukraine, and Michael. Remember them?
I don't even remember her, so I guess not. She's not very memorable.
She was in the
Natalie.
same season as Juliana and whatever his
I
name
liked
was.
Juliana for sure.
Well,
But okay,
I like Juliana and Michael. I like them a lot.
yes, and the ex-wife who was very, happy to
Bitchy at
bless
first.
the relationship.
That was very
Yeah.
unusual, but very nice. And they're, oh my God,
Very-
those kids. The kids were like the best part of that entire relationship. They were so cool.
So have we talked about Darcy? I was off for a little bit, so I need to make sure because Darcy's very important here.
She is.
Tara, do you know Darcy at all yet? You must.
We did not talk about her.
Well, she's in this season, and
Okay.
I know that she was in previous seasons, so I just know her from before the 90 Days and some of her drama with Tom, but
the only character who has been on for different boyfriends. And I would say the only character who has been on with literally a different face. Darcy is the queen of the whisper cry. So she was like, I just want him to love me. And she does it so well. And she does it in every season. So
even her kids.
Her crying is so ugly.
Even her kids, they were doing this like mask or facial stuff, and the kid was like, you look like Barbie or something. Like even they know how fake she is. And even her twin sister too. Like they both do it.
Well, she's not much better either.
This last season, that first episode with them, I was like, what are you doing to your face? Like their hair was all like dead and like the lips.
That's
it was
not
like,
their hair, I don't think.
It was like I was like, you used to be so pretty.
I know.
Yeah.
It was gross. I do love Darcy though, and I actually really love Darcy and Tom season, even though Tom is the biggest jerk alive. Although I guess that's debatable. Jesse's probably the biggest jerk alive, and then Tom, given that what we know about him now.
So she definitely has a type, considering both of their personalities. Go ahead, LK.
Do you guys agree with the Chantel spin-offs? Like, I just don't like that couple. I hate them.
No.
I don't think it. No.
It didn't do well, obviously.
I don't understand why.
The family, Chantel and Pedro.
Yeah.
The mother that was
they had one or two spin-offs, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, me either. The family. Well, the mother had a very famous quote as well. She said, "Just when we thought you couldn't get more stupider," and they had a food fight. So I think after that happened, they're like, "Ooh, we've got good TV here," and it just didn't quite translate. So Tara, I'm going to ask you a question since I know you watched. This is from the season that you watched, okay?
Okay.
Which moment is the cringiest, okay? Ed asking Rose to shave her legs in the, romance scene that we all remember. Yolanda having to explain to her 20-year-old daughter that she sent nudes to Williams.
I died a little.
I had to get under my covers because I was so embarrassed. Or Stephanie unable to cry on cue when she's trying to be dramatic when she really just is a heartless wench.
I still would say Ed telling Rose to shave her legs. Like even that and the STD test and like Ed in general making her do things. It's just like
just stop.
It's exactly in the mouthwash or like the toothpaste. And I totally forgot about Yolanda. That's a whole other story. But yeah, and oh my gosh, there's so many train wrecks in this season. But yeah, I cringed a lot. So what else is new with that?
No, fair enough. Would you agree with that, B&B?
The Ed and Rose cringiest?
Yeah, does the Ed and Rose make
Oh,
you cringe more
absolutely.
than Yolanda explaining to her adult daughter that she sent nudes?
Absolutely. The Yolanda thing really didn't bother me, but the Ed and Rose just he's trash. He's such trash.
Yeah. He's going to be definitely one of those people that we're going to remember as
Forever.
You know,
I can never
just
get that
90
neck out of
days.
my face.
I bet.
And I'm sure he'll be back because I think he's feeling the fame, even though it's all done in mocking. He's like, yeah, you know, he gets on Instagram with
they get
fans.
about $2,000 per episode. I think it's not bad.
This is
Yeah,
fun.
I believe
Yeah,
so.
Good for them.
I think we're getting kicked out, actually.
We've
All right.
hit our time. Okay, guys.
let's
Well, maybe
let's
we'll
all
do
go
another
topless
one.
before we leave. Come on, 1, 2.
Okay, bye.
Manners, I tried.
Who's the
I don't know. Oh, hi. Hi, John. Are you there?
Hey.
Hi,
John.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the second half hour of 90 Day Fiance Talk. I'm Gig. This is Tony. And that's John from Scranton.
Hi, everyone.
What the fuck was that? What is 90 Day Fiance?
Darcy
That was the most interesting conversation that has been on this channel all week. Honestly,
100%.
I was so into it.
I know. Like Darcy from Connecticut's got fucking huge jugs, guys. They have fucking monsters.
Yo, that was legit entertaining.
Have you ever watched that show?
No.
Have you
I'm
ever watched
so
it?
down to watch it.
20-something years. I don't need to watch that horse shit.
Yo, Gig, you guys got to introduce each other again because I don't think anybody knows any of us yet.
Oh, really? Well,
No.
I'm Gig. This is my buddy Tony.
And this is and this is 90 Day Fiance Part 2.
Part 2.
All right, Gig. So what's going on? How are you guys? I heard you. So we were gonna do you guys fishing.
Yeah.
And what's going on? Thunderstorm?
All right, we had a sweet setup. I was down on the boat. I was slaving away. I brought the fucking vacuum down on the boat and vacuuming up pine needles and shit. I got an 80-foot Ethernet cable run down to the boat, and then the old lady calls up and she's like, "We got a fucking hail warning.
We got it
Get
done
up here right now. We got
60-mile-an-hour winds, like quarter inch size hail."
So I was like, "Oh,
Plan B, Gig.
yeah, shit." I'm like, "What are we gonna do now?" So that's why we look like we're in a fucking funeral home right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we get all the flowers from outdoors.
Yeah. R.I.P. Mima. It was nice to have her laid out right up there on the
We got
coast.
Paul Bear up there running the camera. Undertaker's fucking man.
Yo, Gig, tell the people out there why we're on the channel, what's going on. A lot of people might not know about your show. Maybe some of them do.
They gotta know about it. They know what's good for them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's the best goddamn show on the network, and that's all we gotta say. God damn it.
Yeah,
It's the only
well,
one that's not split screen.
yeah. Not a Zoom meeting. So like, I guess I'll just start back in April. I'm fucking mowing the yard, guy. No shit. And I was like, it'd be funny. It's like a main version of Tim the Toolman Taylor meets the KMS world. And I emailed Steve, and Steve got back, and like within a couple hours, he's like, "Fucking do it, guy." And he didn't say
Main
that.
mafia.
Like,
You called up the main mafia.
That's
tree.
right.
he goes, cut a pilot. Yeah. Cut a pilot. So it took us a little while to get our shit together, but then we finally did it. And Tony's my best friend. We've been childhood friends forever, and both of us are huge Minahan fans. Like, we're not Barstool guys.
No.
We're both traveling all the time, and we listen to EEI. I think we probably started listening to Kirk like 2013 or so, something like that.
Yeah.
2012, 2013.
Yeah.
So
you're OG Minifans. I'm surprised you guys even like me.
I love you.
Yeah,
I know you do. I know you do. I love you guys.
Well,
You guys are my best buddies.
The OGs don't think we're OGs because we
Dude, I'm happy
didn't
that
have my
nobody
fucking-
even knows that we exist together.
I didn't make my
We're like the
fucking Twitter
Amish mafia.
I like to fly under the radar in most things in life.
Yeah,
So.
seriously. I'm fine. If nobody knows we exist, I'm perfectly fucking
I'm so okay with that. Okay.
Yeah.
I want nobody to know until then. We have a show on Discovery Channel,
Right.
Planet Gig.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like Greg and I used to go to landscaping, so we would drive around place to place doing stupid parody songs.
Bullshit.
Like we talked about making a movie called Lawn Boys about the monotony of doing what we did every single day, and our show was kind of like the same thing in a roundabout way.
We had this one customer, and God, I hope she's not watching. Probably not. But she was she's probably this old hippie chick, and she never wore a bra.
Oh,
dude.
God,
and
Roma.
she always wore fucking wife beaters, and her titties were about right down to her waist.
With the pancake titties.
Yeah, we're like Rona, Bonya, pancake titties.
She was suspended to hold the nipples out.
Crack me
She
up.
had one of them titties that you could put a spatula under and just flip it right over, you know? It's just pancakes, you know, so.
She would have been smoking hot in her day, too, probably.
Oh, I bet she was a smoke show.
Smash back in the day. You'd smash back in the day.
It's suspenders. Hike them
And
puppies
90 Day
up.
Fiance, yeah.
Yeah, fucking right.
So gig. Tell the people what your show consists of. But,
all right, well,
you-
just a couple of dinks. Like, this is legitimately, it's like, I don't even know why the fuck we're doing it, because now it takes like twice as long to do every goddamn project.
Yeah.
But
yeah, guys, you guys work really hard on this show. I want you guys to know that. You guys, I feel like we all work very hard.
So do
Yeah,
you.
you do
So
too,
do
John.
you,
You put in a
John.
lot of hours,
You
man.
fucking-
Dude, let's suck each other's dicks. No, but you guys do. I'm proud of you. You guys like work your asses off on it, and I'm happy. It's funny.
We're having a good
I don't
time.
care. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny. It's like someone asked me recently, like, what's the thing you like the least about the KMS world? And it was funny because I had, like, there's very little that I dislike, but I think it would probably be a lot of the fucking infighting.
Oh, God.
Because us two dinks, we're here to fucking laugh.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we love about the show.
That's what I've been saying since day one. I just want to laugh, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
Man, you hop on
Everyone's
some of these
going
DMs and you're like, holy shit, I can't keep up. 400 messages later.
Yeah, shit's going down. Left and right, you know,
Tony's
it's
so
like-
Tony's so popular these days now that he's
I'm
I
so
told you.
Whoa.
he's so important now.
Not really.
So we have 2 episodes out so far, right? So what did you guys do in the first 2?
All right, so
And then kind of give like a breakdown.
the hell was the first one?
All right, episode 1. You know, we planted the fucking garden.
Yep.
The garden's
Okay.
shaping up well. It's right over
Holy
there.
shit, look at that. It's got a mainstay flag draped over it right now.
Yeah, we got the blue tab on that sucker right
Yeah.
now. And then while I was doing that, no shit, the fucking tie rod broke on the mower, so I figured, oh, fuck it, I'll just tape that.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the stuff that we're doing is just stuff that we'd be doing on the weekend.
Stuff that had to be done anyway.
Shit that has to be done.
That's what I
anyway.
told you. I was like, Gig, pretty soon you're gonna have to go over Tony's house, do him a couple.
I know.
hours,
Dude,
'cause he's
I'm
just
telling you,
been-
I'm planning the biggest, most beautiful deck ever.
Yeah, it's gonna have a plaque built by Gig and supervised by Tony.
Yeah, right.
I'm a fucking
Filmed by
genius.
Tony.
I'm a
Yeah.
genius because I'm like, hey, Tony, we're going to do a show. Just like in the first
Yeah.
episode, he says,
Yeah.
it to
Dude,
God.
he
He's
says
like,
that. Yeah.
come on
Gig,
over.
Yeah,
I'll be right over, Gig. Yeah.
totally. Non script, just like, wait a minute, what the hell am I doing here?
Yeah, no problem, Gig.
Tony's house is going to shit. And mine's all like,
It's right, falling down around me.
So what
Yeah.
do you have to say to the accusations that your show is scripted and everybody thinks it's all fake? Can you please put this to bed for once and for all?
Didn't you see us plant a garden?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what I tell people. I'm like, what do you mean it's scripted?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
a
no.
DIY
Fucking,
show.
I got a fucking stunt guy to come in here and
right.
change my fucking tie rod. Yeah.
Maxwell ball and chains holding cue cards for
Yeah.
us off to the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
yeah.
am Gig. This is my buddy Tony. No, I mean, yeah, like, yeah, fucking. The thing is, it's like this is how we're a fucking couple of dinks,
Mhm.
all right? And it's like,
Sure.
yeah, and this is how we interact with each other all the fucking time. And I mean, is it a bit? Yeah, it's kind of a bit, but
Yeah,
it's kind of
it's kind
not
of a
a
bit.
bit. It's
It's kind
not
of a bit when we're making the videos too, because like we just put sticks. It's a bunch of sticks. Like it's just funny, like gifs and stuff in the show.
Yeah,
I wish we could play some of it. I don't know if Justin Smart knows how to do that. I think he has a video, but
I'll tell you what about Justin. Justin did a hell of a job today at the Milton's event.
Yeah.
oh, dude, I sent out the most suck pump tweet from the Mincel Intel account, and Justin was definitely included in it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he did a
He
hell
did
of
a good job, dude. I was
Yeah.
happy. Like it was funny to watch it just because like I got to see everybody. So like I was happy.
And
you
both
know?
Tony and I are wearing Milton's shirts.
I would say that, but somebody
look
would
at that
probably
for
catch
yourself.
the fact that
And you know what I just
spent a lot of
realized
money
is
there.
that my major pattern is like his little sleeve.
Yeah.
sleeve
Ain't
up.
that something?
Yeah, geez.
Is it really?
Yeah, yeah.
That is the most
Oh, yeah.
adorable thing other than
Yep.
the flower
Yeah.
you're sitting
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah, and
Big-
I was gonna say, and Mike did a good job too at the Milton's event.
I'll tell you who didn't do a good job.
Fucking Steve.
SC.
Yeah.
SC.
Hanging out next
Where
to
is he?
something. Jesus, nowhere to be found.
Yep, he's up there at like exit 190 on 95 in Maine.
Fucking die shots.
Yep.
Fucking having a fucking hash.
That's like the walk, and the old lady or
corned
something.
beef hash or some shit. I don't
So did you guys get any questions before the show, or do we have to look on to the crowd right now and see if we can get any questions?
I literally just washed my nuts like 10 minutes ago.
I know you said that.
Dude. Like,
Justin sent out the link, and you're like, dude, I have to go shower.
Yeah. I'm like running around in a fucking thunderstorm, like trying to pick up 80 feet of fucking Ethernet cable.
Yeah. Just had a nice flash of lightning going on. I don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody has any questions or not. You know, it's like whatever.
Yeah. So tell me about what's coming on the episode tonight. What are you guys doing on the episode tonight?
Well,
I don't know. Let's go back to our script and see what we have.
Go back to the script and look that I wrote for you guys.
Okay. So, real like episode 2. What did we do? Episode 2. Episode 2. We taught everyone how to cook a goddamn snapper.
Yep, the snapper.
That was the funniest scene. Well, every episode we make a scene that I say is the funniest scene I've ever seen.
I like the. I like the burp.
I didn't think it was
the burp.
funny,
The burp one made me crack up, and somebody retweeted it. And Jay asked, can they get rent plots in the garden, and how much per square?
Oh, really?
You know what? Yeah.
Well, fuck yeah, guy. I'm on 6 acres, dude. You could come fucking plant a garden if you want, buddy. Bring some potweed. I don't give a shit. It's legal here.
So Kirkstess asks, my back leg is loose, and can you teach Steve how to buff out the scratches on my top? Thanks in advance.
Back leg on what?
The desk. Kirk's desk.
So the back leg is loose.
Yeah, his back leg's loose. We're gonna get some goddamn wood glue.
Yep, wood glue it.
Maybe a GRK. Stick a screw in that bastard, and we're gonna go buy some pledge.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's do this. Let's play this game where I'm gonna say I get in a situation, and I need you two dinks to fucking fix it for me.
Okay.
God
bless
you. So I'm out on a boat, right?
Okay.
And
I'm on a boat.
We're shooting off fireworks, and boom, fucking hole blown in the side of the boat. Boat starts sinking.
Paddle, motherfucker.
Stop fucking swimming.
You better get some swimming, buddy. Get done for. How long can you tread water? That's what I want to know.
Don't even fucking look at your phone. Don't even do nothing.
If you got a good cooler, you can float on that.
Your destination fucked. I'll tell you what happened one time. So this was like back early May. And there was a bunch of us in a fucking rowboat. And we're all Hot's pistols. And there was one person on one oar and one person on the other. I'm one of the dinks on the one. I pull the oar right out of the fucking hole.
Tony corrects me.
Boat, everyone recorrection. The boat takes on water. And the water's fucking cold.
Oh,
dude.
is this that Watchik or whatever?
Yeah. We had to swim probably about a fucking half mile. And I'm telling everyone, I'm like, just swim harder.
It was cold.
We have to raise our body temps. We have to just swim harder. So then I look back and there's this one friend of ours, Jenny, who's sucking hind tit. And I'm like, get on the boat, Jenny. Get on the boat, because we were bringing the boat with us. So, yeah, that was kind of one of those situations.
It was.
But we made it, fortunately. Question 2, go.
Question 2. I am driving down the road, and both my tires pop. One just has a nail in it, slowly fading.
Okay.
And I got one spare left. What do I do? Replace?
Call AAA? Well, yeah, I mean, if you got AAA,
if you got AAA, I mean, you could try shifting all the weight to the oddball corner in the back and offsetting it, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, get a little 3-wheel motion.
Yeah.
Look up a Dr. Dre video.
Yeah.
And maybe Snoop. Those guys. Fucking throw the donut on the worst one, and then fucking give it a corn.
Hammer it. Hope that slowly colds up till you get the
ride
next
on the rim a little bit. All right, fucking. You'll
okay.
Yeah.
We'll cook off.
Yeah.
Okay. Hypothetical. So let me think of my next hypothetical.
You get a fucking half hour.
Edge and Adore. I know that. We have 15 minutes. Dude, we have all night. And nobody. Oh, here we go. How to fence? How to keep a main black bear off?
Good fucking luck.
If you're shoveless, Jay, how are we supposed to do that?
Carry a fucking 308 or something.
Yeah, carry a gun.
Either get it off or keep it off. Because if you say get it off, I'd say, you
getting off a black bear.
Put on some Barry White.
Lay out the blanket. Yep. Put some cheese.
You gotta go fast because you don't know if he's gonna get angry. No, one thing you could do with bears is fucking like have you ever seen a bear in the wild?
I have.
Yeah, me too.
I've seen a bear. I've seen a bear in a dumpster, like in. It just like poked its head out. I was like, "Hey, bear."
That might have been Carano It might have been Carano. Oh god.
Okay. We got a guy who has only one side of his gas grill works. What does he do? I believe he would have to fix that one side.
Yeah, he's gonna replace the element on the other side.
Yeah,
so right down to Home Depot, they got rebuild kits.
Yeah,
right
they got
there.
rebuilt grill rebuild kits. I mean, that's really fucking grills piss me off.
No, they're the biggest pain in the balls.
Because you go and spend like $300-400 on a son of a bitch, and 4 years later the thing's all rotten as shit.
Yep.
And I just rebuilt this grill probably 2 years ago, all new grates and the elements that come off the main. You know, those always rot out, but they also get bunged up with shit, especially if you leave your grill outside over the wintertime, because the fucking spiders will get in there and make a little mess.
Yep, all you fair weather grillers, you got to grill in the wintertime. You got to have it outside cooking steaks.
You got to keep it
It's so much more rewarding when you pull
the
that
grill at my house. The grill at my house is hooked up right to the gas line. It's awesome.
Oh, raw dog.
Yeah, man. Raw dog.
I've been talking about doing that shit for a long time.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Dude, it gets to like... We're going to have like a stone fucking hardscape out here. We're going to put a grill in.
Fuck yeah.
It gets to like 800 degrees, dude. That grill cooks, dude. Okay. So let's talk next question. All right. So we have a TV mount cable box. Do you put a shelf underneath the TV mount, or do you relocate the cable box, put it somewhere else? What do you suggest in that
hide the wires,
situation?
man. Gotta hide the wires. Yeah, hide the wires. Put the cable box kind of down out of sight.
What you gotta do, like in that situation, is
floating shelves.
So obviously you have your mount where you mount your television, right? So it's easy to pop a hole in the sheetrock right there to be able to run your wires down. Then grab a stud finder, all right, and go find a stud. And they make aftermarket boxes, all right, that have.
You teach me so much.
Well, that's what happens. I've been on the face of the earth 43 years, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Christ.
Thanks, Gig.
But yeah, I mean, shit. That's easy. Get an aftermarket or not a new construction box. It has little ears on it. You can put that box in there, run your wires into it, get a little faceplate. You can make it all purdy. I mean, that's
all purdy for you.
Yeah, I hate fucking seeing the wires, dude. I'm like, Jesus, that's just half-ass and shit right there.
So I have a deck. There used to be above ground pool. So the circle in the deck is cut out, right? So there's a foundation beam here, and then one really close, and then a circle right here. Where do I cut that deck off?
It kind of depends on how like your joists are, because you might be able to like sister joists to where that joist is dying in the radius. You might be able to sister a joist in, and then you're gonna have to do it like a double box at the end, anyways. And either you have posts running like this, so you get a cantilever a little bit of it out, or kind of build like essentially like a header to support the whole deck. But you're gonna have to sister joist in where that shit has a radius, and that's not too bad. It's not too much of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I concur.
Yeah.
Tony, thanks, man. Thanks for your help.
Sounds good. Notice he's coming to build a deck at my house.
So what else do I have left at my house? Okay. You guys recently said you had to fix some siding on a house. Now, I had guys doing a roof next to me. What's your opinions on roofs? Are you roof guys?
Hire somebody. That's my opinion.
That's my opinion too, Tony.
Yeah.
Roofs scare the shit out of me, man.
Metal or if it's asphalt.
I did these for fucking 5 or 7 years, and the whole thing is, it's like you gotta think like a raindrop. Just like with anything else, you gotta think like a raindrop.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
And the whole thing is, if you don't know what you're doing on a fucking roof, then it's gonna fuck up the rest of your house.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
call someone that actually knows.
Any issues with heights, just don't even bother going up because it's a waste of time.
Yeah. Dude, they had these things that it was a ladder, and you just had like this real professional.
My bad.
It was a ladder, and it shot the fucking shingles right up this thing like it was an elevator.
Oh yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
this guy just
elevator.
Yeah, dude. And
Yeah.
This guy that was standing on the roof was like 75 years old, and he was just a boss up there, dude. Like these things were going so fast, it would stop and they would like go in the air a little bit, and this guy would scoop them up. And I was like, yo, this guy's a machine.
I was
like 85 too.
Like when I did it, I was a strapping young lad. I could do like 2 fucking bundles of architecturals, which I don't know, like 50, 60 pounds a piece going up like a ladder and shit. But I tell you what, dude, building, like I only built for like maybe 6 or 7 years, and then finally I was like, no fucking way. Because you look at builders that are in their 50s and 60s, and they're walking around like they're 80 years old. They're like, and they hurt. It's a tough job.
It
man.
is.
I got so much respect for like guys like,
dude, I went up on a roof. I went up on a roof, and I got up there. I turned right around, jumped off the roof because I was like, I don't want to be on this fucking roof, dude. I don't like when my footing's not right. I don't like that shit.
Yeah,
I will pay somebody to do that. I will do anything.
None of that shit bothers me, but I just don't want to do it at this point. I'm gonna pay somebody to do that shit for me.
Yeah. Yes.
If it's like just little stuff, like like if you got to replace a couple shingles, or
that's
like
no
that,
big deal.
No problem.
No, these guys were doing the whole roof.
Something, fuck that.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind like barking orders at some young bucks and telling them how to
All
do
right,
it.
next question. We got 8 minutes left, and this was my biggest question of the night. I'm gonna take my notepad out for it. We're gonna build a fire pit in our backyard. What would you say is our best approach? What materials you need, and what you're looking at for an estimate?
Wait, I had a question for you. Are you going old school fire pit, or are you gonna pipe that in your propane as well?
Tony, I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit half old school, a little bit modern. Let's say 50-50 spread.
You take this one.
Take this one?
Yeah. It's all
well, I like to get field stone from the back 40. I like to keep it off that. You got to dig it down a little bit. Dig down the pit a little bit. Put down some.
So you're saying dig down a little bit into the ground.
Dig down a little bit. Yeah, like line out your area. You want your circle.
Are you more of a circle guy or a square guy?
Trapezoid.
I'm a circle guy. I'm having these dudes teach us how to build our fire pit. I'll be right out.
All right. Yeah, so go circle, dig it down a little bit, mark it out, make sure that's a nice circle, dig it down, put in some stone in there, and then people go down to Home Cheapo and buy the stackable pavers. I prefer to get field stone from the back 40.
That's what I like to
make a nice wall.
So that's what I did before in my life. Like I've made a fire pit out of stones, but like I've never had I want everything around it look nice. I don't want just a, you know what I mean? Like I want a patio
like a
type
serious hardscape. You're talking
I'm talking some hardscape.
Like pavers, bud.
Yeah.
Get some goddamn pavers.
Hey, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. I'd even work in a barbecue grill in that hardscape too.
Yeah.
Nice
so
top.
I heard there's like something where you could flip it and it will just like it flips a little thing over the fire. And it's like a little grill. So you make it built it right into the fire pit.
Good. You could. Yep. They even make little supports, little V supports. So, it's like the grate in a little typical fireplace. They have a couple uprights with V's. You can put that little grill flipper in.
Yeah.
Your stuff, rotate it. It's kind of,
Yeah, I've seen people hook up an old sprocket bike chain. So if you have you have those supports and then like a rod, so you can line up a bunch of chickens or some shit. And then you have a sprocket on your rod, and then down there, and you can sit there with an old, just an old electric motor, and spin that bugger.
You can sit there and pedal it all night long.
Even heat on your chickens.
Yeah.
Gig.
Yep. Don't carbonize it though.
Yeah, don't carbonize.
No, don't carbonize it.
You don't like those carbons.
Don't like
No, but you know what's funny? It's like
so I got Blind Mike telling me you got to lay crushed stone down there to make sure it doesn't cave in too.
Yeah, that's what
I said.
Tony said.
Okay.
Yeah,
same thing.
that's what I said, Blind Mike.
Yeah, jeez.
God damn it, Blind Mike. We know you're a big fan of the pod.
So it's funny because like circle versus like as I get older, you know, we're gonna cover this when I trim out the door, show people how to do casing around a door or around a window or some shit. But like when you're building, especially in an old house or something, you want to have what's called reveals.
Ooh.
So reveals allows yeah, I know, right? So a reveal so like if you're just to put two pieces of wood just like that, and over time your house is going to shift and move, and it's going to look fucking wonky. But if you have a reveal, it's going to hide like stuff moving. So I like, you know, me personally, it's like with the fire pit, I like just the old school regular stones that come out of the ground, and I like circles because then the shit. Because
Justin, get in here.
Justin,
come in here, Justin.
What's up?
Justin built some
Teach me how to build a horseshoe pit.
Horseshoe pit?
Well, what are you playing? A video game right now?
Yeah, I'm on a.
Justin, get off the camera. Thank you.
Right now.
What a fucking asshole!
I know, right?
That motherfucker's playing. I caught him playing a video
Thanks for the
game
attendance,
in the middle of the
Justin.
show.
Like, I've been working all day, you prick.
It's double XP weekend.
He's like, can I get some fucking Minecraft?
He was sweating his ass off down there Chestnut Hill.
You see his F1 racing seat for video games?
I did actually. Yeah,
I didn't see
I did.
Really?
I did.
Dope. It's pretty cool.
All that talk the other night about F1 racing. I don't know. I was with you, John.
I know.
Give me the NHRA, baby. Give me the rails.
There was one comment during that whole show, and it was about NHRA, and I was like, well, I guess I won.
If people have never been, not to get off topic, if people have never been to an NHRA event, when those things blow down the track at 350 miles an hour, and you feel like your chest.
No, you don't even see it. You're just like feel your heart explode.
Dude, you see the flames come out of the stacks, and then you hear it a second later.
I was afraid of it until I was 12.
Oh,
like
I know.
Afraid to go to it. Like I would fucking cry like a baby.
I've never seen my mother get so crazy in my entire life. Other than at an NHRA event,
I can see your face.
Like horny. Yeah.
Oh, she just like she might freaking dump them out. I don't know. I'm not gonna be there.
Tony, don't be.
Yeah,
fucking crazy. She gets nuts.
It's funny my mom's the same way with the GTO. Like when we bought the GTO, she's gonna fucking kill me if she ever sees this. So like me and the old man split the GTO back in 1997.
Yeah,
my Mike Gold chain. You could cut my lawn too. I'll throw you $50.
He got that car for like $4,000 or something like that. And I remember coming home one day and Mom's like, I just love that GTO. Jesus Christ! Every time I get wicked horny. She says, I was like, stop, Mom.
Yeah, that's enough. While she's steaming your hot dogs.
Yeah, while she's steaming my hot dogs.
God love you, Sharon.
Yeah.
God love you, Sharon. Remember when we first said we were going to sign up for this day and you two were just like, we know what we're going to do. We're just going to sit there and make you say main words. Could you imagine if we did that to everybody?
I still want to do that shit. I want to figure out how to get you in the supermarket.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey, bud, you got any steamers?
Yeah.
You know, and just like people be like,
I told you I was looking for red snappers.
Got any brand?
They don't sell them down here. I ate a hot dog out of a bun and it was cut from the top today, dude. And there were ones that weren't cut from the top and ones that were, and I took the one that was because of you guys.
Dude, we're gonna send you a gift package, bro.
Oh yeah,
dude, I want one. I'll send you something. I'll send you some Milton's clothes.
You know, you can. I'll get my own Milton's clothes. So what you need to send me, because I don't know if they have them in Pennsylvania, but they have them in Maryland. So I'm assuming that they might be there.
Yeah, they got
our burgers, the cookies. You know what they are? They're in these little packages, and it's like fucking 3/8 of an inch thick chocolate on like a vanilla cookie. Burgers.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. You don't know what they are.
I don't know what they are. No, yeah.
I get emotional over those fucking things.
You get emotional.
Probably the last thing I need, you know, is a fucking cookie. You know, the old lady's like, yeah, like you need a fucking cookie, Tubby. All right, I know. I'm sorry, honey. But, you know.
All right, give me your, you got 30 seconds. Give me your pitch for tonight's show.
All right, tonight's show is going to be super informative.
Yeah.
We're Tony's Weed Whacker is running like shit.
Yeah, it is.
And we swapped the carburetor. We put a brand new fucking carburetor on that puppy, and we teach you a little bit about the maintenance of that sucker. And
I get very emotional.
Yeah, he does.
I get
Tony
very
gets a little emotional.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way, Tony. So
Thank you.
listen, it's 7:00. We will talk to everybody later. Tune into Better Than It Used to Be tonight, 8:00.
8:00.
All right, see you.
Thanks, y'all.
7:45. 7:45.
Fucking 7:45, people, because Justin said so.
All right.
7:45, I guess.
Justin, that's so mean. Did we get bumps because of